Assalamu alaikum. My name is Salim Siddiqui. And thanks for listening to the HotConflict.com video series on the great celebration, Eid al-Akbar, or Eid al-Adha, the Eid of the sacrifice, where Muslims all over the world have gathered together to celebrate the praise of their Lord, Most High, Allah, and bow their head to the Lord in the only way believers of the light do, that is, putting their head to the ground, only to the worship of the Lord. And this is happening all over the earth as Muslims are gathered, all of them facing towards the holy house in Mecca, that we said Abraham and his son Ishmael built to the worship of the Lord, and that we're trying to explain why this is so important and why it is necessary for you to understand the auspicious occasion called Eid al-Adha. And we said that we are at the part of the story where I am revealing to you the truth of the whole story, because after the great Eid celebration, I asked the Lord Most High to grant me the light of the knowledge so that I could speak the words that my noble father said at some point somebody must come to speak to them in their own way and tell them the truth. And how that truth is to be done is in the way we have described it to you, in how I figured it out, and that from the beginning of time till now, the fundamentals have remained. We said that at some point the Prophet came and told his companions and followers, as every single prophet had done, that I didn't tell you of when I mentioned each prophet's tale. I mentioned that each one of them said, here are some signs of what would to come, and here are some things that are going to happen, and there is going to be great tribulations at the end. I mentioned it like that if you were listening. But I didn't tell you what I told you at this point, which is that the truth comes to a people once in all of their lifetimes, that every civilization or society is always granted by the Lord Most High, the Most Compassionate, the right to hear the story of the truth from the beginning to the end in their own language. Now, I'm saying that this is not new prophecy or new knowledge, not gained from any alternative sources, only from open known knowledge that is available to anyone who seeks, because we said in the story that we said there were continuous prophets till the final messenger, Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, and we told you why that was important in the tale, and we told you to look for some of the signs of the final messenger, and we talked about the moon and how that relates to the whole earth and the other races and how weird that is, and we told you about the Quran as established a language that should never be lost, as God taught Adam the word and the names, and that the sign is the person who tells you the truth always does so by speaking the word and telling you the whole tale. That's the indication of the truth. I haven't done any special effects or secret mysteries. I've just told you the story, and so you know that to be one of the signs now, and that each prophet did that, but the Prophet Muhammad, being the last, was given the word of the Lord Most High, and we have to understand how incredible that is, knowledge of the word and being able to speak the word, as we are the race that speaks, and God gave us the word. So we know that in all of our search for anything from the dark, that the light of the word must be even more powerful than that, because we said of all of our leaders who are searching for the moon and aliens and all of the cover-ups, any technology of anti-gravitation or supernatural powers or amulets or charms or magic, all of that is less than the power of the word. All of that is from within the universe, that which the Lord Most High created, and the Lord who is the light is higher and greater than all of that. So knowing his word is always superior, and that's always the way a person who tells the story of the truth of the light explains it. Now we got to an interesting part in this story where I said that every single prophet or teller of the truth to every community tells the story. And the signs are there marked. And we even said that since this is the first time by the will of the Lord that the story of truth is being told to you in the English language, that there will be clear proof. But we said something even weirder than that. That the reason why I was able to now understand the light and tell you the story of truth is because I had heard the story before. I had heard the story before. And I already disclosed to you that just a few days ago, I didn't know this. I might have had information, but I didn't have true ilm, or what we call knowledge of the light, until I began to tell the tale. Praise and glory is to the Lord Most High. As I began to tell the tale, more and more light began to become clear. And the information, like I said, continued to just spew out of me, and that is why I've continued to record as much as I could, as quickly as I can, so that the truth be disseminated. For, oh my Father, you prayed that your Son would know the truth, so that when the truth was told, it must be told immediately, because the person who gets the truth can't hold it in anymore. You must let it go and speak it. You can't even control it. You just have to tell it. Oh, I couldn't stop myself from talking. I couldn't even stop myself from admitting my own sins. I don't have that control because it is the power of the Lord. But the reason why this is so beautiful, oh my brothers and sisters, listen to my words, and please excuse me for losing my own personal control of my own body as the tears shed from me, that the beauty of this moment of receiving the light and understanding the whole story is greater than anything you can imagine. When I understood who I was because of my family and remembered the story, do you understand what I have known? Something more beautiful than no one has ever told me. Something more beautiful than anyone has ever told you. The secret that you have always thought and always pondered, but never could confirm. I am going to tell you the truth by the Lord Most High. When you hear this truth, you will do as I did. As any believer in the light understands, when the truth is actually made clear to them, you will fall with your head to the ground and cry as I cried, that the Lord Most High is greater than anything you could imagine, and the light of the Lord is more superior than anything we can imagine. But you, silly, daft, ignorant sons of Adam, you seek the knowledge of the dark. You seek the mysteries of technology and strange things in the universe. You seek knowledge of all kinds of things without knowing the word of the light and the truth. So now I will tell you what is the secret that you have always known, but no one has confirmed to you. I told you that if I tell you a story of the truth, it must be so amazing and blatantly obvious and incredible, but somehow, clearly, you already know it. And I said as I began to tell the tale and remembered the truth, I realized that I already knew the whole story. And I said something more amazing to you, that you have heard this story before. We said to remember the fundamentals, that there is only one God, La ilaha illallah. He is the light, higher and greater than all things. He created the angels, yes. They are made of the light. They have free will. They do not have free will. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. The devil keeps tricking me. Angels do not have free will. The shaitan, Satan, the jinn, the other alien races, all of the other creation that God made other than the angels, and before Adam, of their various forms, they do have free will. Some of them are believers in the light and some of them not. Satan is the leader of the darkness, and around him are his minions surrounding him in darkness. All of this is a deception, and people have been deceived from the beginning of time to worship the Lord in evil and wicked ways and lose the story of the truth that you are hearing now by the will of the Lord in the English language.